back to That Dad Guy. It's August 25th, 2023. It's the end of a week, mail week that is, so I've got some mail to show you. It's also the beginning of my vacation week, which is going to be extra long because next weekend is a long weekend here in Canada, Labor Day, so I don't have to work on that Monday either. So I've got a week and a little bit off, and I am looking forward to it. I hope the weather is good and we can have some fun family time along the way. Now, today you tuned in probably to see some post-crossing. So I got 5 official cards came in, then some friend mail, and even got one from a subscriber. So I'd like to show you all of those. Let's start with subscribing, liking, and commenting. If you're new to this channel and you like it, make sure you're a subscriber. Hit the notification bell so you get alerted whenever I've got new videos coming out, and there'll be a few. I usually do about 5 a week, so stay tuned. All right, let's get started with the official cards. The very first one I have comes from Svetlana, and she's in Belarus. We have this great mailman card in front of the post box. So she's from the city of Gomel. Gomel, I hope. G-O-M-E-L. And then she says it is one of the most beautiful cities in Belarus. When she sent this, it was 33 degrees out. There is the stamp. Fantastic. And the beautiful cancellation mark. So thank you, Svetlana, for that. The next card comes from Germany, and it's a Lower Saxony information card. Tells you the population, tells you some interesting facts about the area as well. Let's read it here. It's written sideways. So it says, nice to meet you. How are you? My name is Kessie, 55 years old, married, 2 adult children, 2 grandsons, and they live in the South Lower Saxony area. And there's a nice Jimi Hendrix stamp on there too. And see the nice marks, the stamp that she has probably for going to their post-crossing events and things like that. So it says happy post-crossing, Kessie. So thank you so much for that. And I really like the Jimi Hendrix stamp. That's really cool. The next card also comes from Germany. There's a little bit of a theme here with the cards that I received. We have this here. This comes from Carmen, and she's in the northern part of Germany, close to the Denmark border on the Baltic Sea. She loves to play golf and is going into a tournament at the time of the writing of this card. And she likes to volunteer in helping victims of crime and elderly people. So she has a very powerful volunteering position. There is the World Special Olympics Games stamp that are to take place in Berlin in 2023. Yeah, that's really cool. I like that stamp. So thank you so much, Carmen, for this card, and I hope you continue to do the important volunteer work that you're doing there. And one day maybe I'll get to your part of Germany. I haven't been to the northern part yet. I haven't been to the Baltic Sea or Denmark, so one day hopefully we'll get there. The next card, another one from Germany. We have some nice penguins, and this comes from Ina, and she has a 2-year-old son, and they love to go walks in the nature. So this postcard says, when the years grow, friendship grows deeper, and you get to know the value of friendship. Stay healthy, many greetings. That's a good saying. Let's read it one more time. When the years grow, friendship grows deeper, and you get to know the value of friendship. And there are the stamps. So thank you, Ina, for that. And I hope you and your son get to enjoy many beautiful walks in nature. I love to do that. All right, this next card, and my last official one, actually comes from Great Britain. And it is a big card. It is a Hobbit card. So here's Hobbiton here in the house. Unfortunately, the card got a little mangled. It got torn and bent in places. It was sent on the 1st of July, so it took just over a month to get here. And this comes from Hannah. She says, I really hope this card makes it to you in one piece. It's rather on the large side. So did make it in one piece. Battered and bruised, but made it. And easily fixed with a piece of tape. She says, in the UK, there's a website called FreeCycle. You register for your area, and then if you have something you don't want, you post it on the site, and people can offer to come get it. This card is part of a veritable treasure trove of postcards that she got from a lady through that site. I was so excited to look through them. There are well over 100. Today is the first time I've done Postcrossing in a while. We've had lots of strikes recently with the post. It felt like things just weren't getting through, so fingers crossed. Well, this one got through. I'm glad to hear things with the strike at the postal system in the UK are done. What a great find. There's a stamp. This card came out in 1977, so it's a bit of a vintage card. And yeah, it's really cool. I'm glad it did make it though in full piece. I've sent a few longer cards too, and I often wonder how they're going to make it. Sometimes I've got puffy stickers on them or something, whether they're going to get torn off. And a lot of times they do make it, so I'm glad that the postal systems around the world are able to get through. But I understand every once in a while something doesn't get there just right. So thank you, Hannah, for that. All right, this next card comes from a subscriber. It comes from Jackie. He says, I wanted to say that I'm a recent subscriber of yours and I've been enjoying watching your videos. You've mentioned before liking Legos, and I do. I like Legos. So she wanted to send this card. Hoped it wasn't a duplicate. It isn't a duplicate. I don't have this one of the aerosol can, the spray paint, yellow spray paint coming out. I don't have that one. There's the forever stamp and a Lego head sticker to go with it. So thank you, Jackie, for reaching out. Thank you for subscribing and watching the channel. Hopefully you continue to enjoy things, and feel free to leave me comments. So if you're watching this video and you're the one that sent that card, leave me a comment. I'd love to say hi and thank you in a message. Okay, my next card comes from Renee Lewis. You know her, you love her, you've been watching her as well on YouTube. So she sent this Ronald Reagan card because she was in California for a conference and to visit family. So she went to the Reagan Library and she found this one. She even got to meet Ronald Reagan at one point in time. He said he was a very nice gentleman. Renee's part of the Unicorn Gang, so there we got the unicorn sticker. It's funny that I got this one. I saw a card recently on Jilly B's channel, Jilly B Living Her Life Her Way. She got one from Renee too, and it had Margaret Thatcher and Ronald Reagan walking, and Ronald was in, or Mr. Reagan or President Reagan was walking in kind of his aviator jacket in it. So I thought it was a really cool postcard. So I was delighted to get one too of Ronald Reagan. All right, this next card comes from Julianne in Germany. We've got a fish sandwich here. He says she doesn't like to go fishing. This is a response to my son and I went fishing a few weekends ago. We catch and release. We don't keep the fish, but she does like to eat fish. So wanted to know if I'd ever had this before. It's herring matured in brine. She says it's delicious. I have to take her word for it. One thing that I was skeptical about was the fish still seems to have its scales on. Normally, if I was to have fish, you kind of take the skin off. Now, maybe this, because it's herring, it is smaller, sardines and things like that, you tend to keep the skin on, because if you didn't, there really wouldn't be any meat left to it. So maybe that's why. And maybe you'll comment here, Julianne, if that's the case. But she's also has some fish or aquatic theming stamps. Really like this one here. They're both great, or all three are great, but these two are specific for the fish theme, so thank you so much for that. This next card is a vintage card. It comes from Prince Edward Island. This comes from Helen in Prince Edward Island. She has sent me cards through the years and has become a good friend, so I want to thank her for this. Another vintage card. She likes vintage cards too, and she got to send this one here. And we've got a stamp that's not been canceled. And I wonder too, if some of the stamps, because it's coming from so close, if they don't get canceled right away, they don't go through the official machine or something like that. Maybe that's why they don't get canceled. So anyways, thank you, Helen, for sending a card. The next card comes from Monty in Saskatchewan, another one here in Canada. And what's special about this grain elevator is right across the street from where he is. His daughter took this picture, turned them into postcards for him for his birthday, and now he gets to send them out. So I'm happy to get a postcard from Ridgedale, Saskatchewan. He has also put a couple older stamps on it to make the postage amount. You can see the nice big hand cancel on there too. So thank you, Monty, for that. Thank your daughter for turning this picture into a postcard, so we kind of get a glimpse of where you are in your community. Thank you. This next card comes from Colorado, but it actually comes from Kara, who lives in Washington. She and her family were on a road trip down to visit family in Colorado and decided to send me a postcard while away. I always appreciate that. There's the forever stamp on that side and a little bit of washi down below. So hope you had a great family trip. The last card that I have to show you is this card. It comes from Jessica in South Carolina, and she was on a trip recently, but she says she chose this postcard because the PC prompted this month as birds. So do you guys sometimes go to the Postcrossing site and check to see what the images of the month are, or the forums telling you what the themes might be? Well, in this case it was birds, so she sent me this artistic rendering of a blue jay. She says, do you enjoy bird watching? I must say that I don't do a lot of bird watching. I did get a book on birds. We used to have some bird feeders out here before we had our dog, and no, we don't have the dog anymore either, so maybe the bird feeders could go up. But we did enjoy watching to see what kind of birds showed up, whether they were blue jays or starlings or robins or crows. But generally, I don't specifically go to watch birds, but wherever I am, if there's a bald eagle or something flying by, I take note of it. I watch it. It's nice to see birds and animals in their natural habitat, so that's what I would say. She says she has favorite birds are hawks and owls and tuft titmouses and Caroline chickadees, great blue herrings, hummingbirds, and eastern bluebirds. So there you go. She also wanted to know if, well, I basically explained everything else. So yeah, I birdwatch sometimes, but not professionally or in any way other than to enjoy where they're at. So thank you, Jessica, for that. I want to show you the stamps. There we go. So that is it for what I've got this week. Not a huge haul, but a very generous amount of cards came in, so still happy for that. Like I said, I am on vacation now, so I'm going to take it a little easy. We've got some things planned as a family, and you might see some things of the trip, of the vacation, start to pop up. There may also might be a disruption in some of the videos I have coming out over the course of the time I'm on vacation. So worry not if you don't see something come out on a regular basis. I'm still around. I'm just doing things, and I'll keep you posted when I have something new to send out. All right. Tomorrow is That Dad Guy Answers. So if you have questions for me, leave it in last Saturday's video, part 80, and I will answer it tomorrow. And then, yeah, we got postcards to write and the usual things that happen on the weekend. All right. Enjoy a magical week. What follow? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?